All right, we're back. Multiverse has assembled and got a good crew and a lot of interesting things to talk about tonight. So we're gonna go. We're gonna start with Professor Mike. How are you, sir?
Mighty fine, mighty fine. Just sitting here watching Boomerang.
Ah, the legendary Boomerang.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Strong J just popped up on us. So yeah,
Oh man, so, with the video and everything.
not the video.
You know her video that
Yeah.
she made when she made the little the commercial where she was
She
giving
gave
No,
away.
birth
no,
to the
yeah,
perfume.
yeah. No, she just showed up. They're at the I guess wherever the merger just took place, and she came in, and the people were drawing carriage.
Okay. The people drawing Karen. I like when she was giving her names for the perfume.
Yes,
Like they was wild.
yeah. Spot. I love that.
Yeah. Steel vagina. You know that one, don't you?
For real.
All right. Glad you're here tonight, Jay.
Yeah.
Jay Pat
What up? What up? What up?
came in with the Smokey Robinson gasm tracks.
Yeah, you gotta set the mood, set the tone.
Man, Smokey's
we got
to
fill them up. We gotta fill them up.
Fit in where you Smokey done lost his damn mind.
Lost his mind. Try to get them old draws. Get them 80-year-old draws.
I don't know if that's what he's aiming for right now.
I think it is. Ain't nobody else paying attention.
Terrence, we're always glad that our resident real life hero is in the building. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Just glad to be chilling with you guys on this quiet Friday evening.
All right, glad to see you. And last but not least, we have Platinum Rob. How are you, sir?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you guys today?
Doing fantastic. Fantastic.
Oh yeah,
Glad
doing
to
great.
see you guys. All right, we're going to just jump right into it. Right? Why not, right? So we're going to start with the mutants. X-Men 97 Disney has brought the cow back out of the barn. We're going to milk it. What you guys think?
Whew. What they do to my girl Rogue. They done took her BBL from her.
But besides,
I think it might be good, though.
It looks
Still might be
alright
good.
for what we've
But
seen.
dang,
The
y'all
animation
had
at
to do it
least,
like that.
Matches. No.
They gave her to Taylor
Redesign
Swift.
Is the
So,
redesign is unlovable.
what you say?
What you say, Rob?
Oh, sorry. I was just saying it looks, similar to the way it was before. It's very reminiscent. Redesigns aside, I think it'll kind of, pick up where it left off.
I don't even remember how that original show ended. Did anybody
Yeah,
see?
how did it end? I can't remember.
Did it end with Sinister, or I can't
Is that what it
remember.
Ended with
that what it
Professor
ended?
X getting hurt, and then I think Lalandra comes down to take him off into space, and he goes, "Well,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to leave. I'm leaving you, but with
'cause they were
everything I've
lovers,
taught
yeah.
you, I hope you can, prosper without me. All right, I'm going into space now. Bye, bitches."
Yeah,
All right, yeah, I remember that.
I had stopped watching it by that point.
Yeah, I did too. The last thing I remember from X-Men were they in the Savage Lands? I remember, what was his name? Sauron? Is that the dinosaur?
Yeah, the turn
Yeah.
Yeah, was that his name?
Yeah.
Yes, close enough. Yeah. You talking about?
Yeah, something was sinister in the Savage Lands, and by then I had lost interest, in the show.
That's the last thing I remember too.
The last thing I remember was Magneto turning around and running from Apocalypse, and that's when I was on my hardcore Magneto shit. That. Oh hell no! I didn't even finish that episode. I just turned that shit off, and that was the last episode I remember watching. I don't even know how the episode ended.
Y'all peeped that I got that Magneto helmet.
I did see that helmet.
I did, yeah.
Like a replica.
Yeah, it's one. It's one of those Marvel Legends helmet.
If it don't block psychic attacks, man, just take it back, man. You can't do nothing with that.
Yeah, that's the point. And we don't block them psychic attacks.
Mike, I don't know. Did you peep any of the toys coming out?
I have not.
Okay, I
I'm
won't ask you
I'm
about
trying
it.
to keep up with comics right now.
Yeah, because I know you like to
1997?
stay away from spoilers. So I was going to ask you if you've seen any of the X-Men '97 toys, but I won't ask you about them.
I got you the Cyclops one from it.
Yeah, he did. That was 97.
Yeah.
I do have that, but my thing about X-Men 97 in general is that must be like the most popular time of the X-Men. That's what everybody wants to go back to. You know,
That was the
that
best.
old
Yeah.
uniform look.
They had the best
Now,
designs, the best stories.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Wasn't there a comic that was out that revisited
Yeah, there was an X-Men 97.
Jim Lee? Okay, it was what was that? The last within the last 3, maybe 4 years. Is that still going, or did that end?
There was one. I remember that. There was an X-Men something like I didn't read it. It was a flashback episode. I didn't read them.
Okay, I know Jim Lee was doing the art again, but okay.
Was Jim doing the art?
No, I believe so. And and you're right, because even I was like trying to read them back then when Jim Lee was doing the art back then in the '90s, but it ain't stick for me. Just ain't stick. All right, so we hopeful for this.
I'm hoping for anything comic related, but definitely with mutants in it. So I'm ready for it.
It looks like it might be all right. I'm not going to.
And you guys like the original series, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Early on,
yeah.
I was
I like that original one.
animation was trash.
Some of it was, yeah.
It was early. It was inconsistent. We were just talking about that with Transformers G1, which is legendary to all of us. But if you go back and look at some of the scaling and the
They was
art,
wild
like
sometimes.
it was some off weeks on that on that show. Yeah.
A lot of our shows
wow.
did that. They would outsource some of their animation to some unscrupulous companies. Like I know a lot of that first season of Simpsons had some bad animation. The same company that did that, they also did some episodes of Transformers. I remember that second season. It was some episodes of that second season of Transformers. Especially there was an episode about the Constructicons, and I was, even as a kid, I was like, "Yo, what the hell is this? These are not my Transformers. These are like GoBots. What is going on?"
Yeah. Transformers is definitely one we kind of, romanticize about, and that's cool. And that's cool. I was just watching Ronin Warriors the last couple months, and they had an A, B, and C team that was clear, but they were all like that last team was. It wasn't even close to the B team. Like A and B, you were fine, but it was just like somebody went on vacation this week. So
Dragon Ball Z was the same way. It had like a 4-episode cycle where it would be a good one, an okay, a passable, then a terrible one, and then it would go back to being good because of all the studios involved.
Yeah. Now, while we're on the subject of X-Men, had a post earlier this week, and I just want to talk to you guys about your Mount Rushmore of comic book cartoon series. All right, we're gonna start with Terrence, and then we're gonna end with Mike. So, what do you got, Terrence?
Let's see. Transformers, G.I. Joe. Let's see, Mount Rushmore, Transformers.
Those are comic books, yeah.
Yeah, because I should have been better prepared. Transformers, G.I. Joe. So I got to get 2 more. Just any cartoon. It could be anime too.
Anime, as long as it got some comic book guys in it.
Oh, it's got to be a comic book related cartoon.
Yeah, comic book superhero. Yeah.
Okay.
You want us to come back?
Yeah, come back round to me.
All right, Rob, you look ready. What you got?
I was actually trying to find my post.
That's the same thing I'm doing.
Because I cannot remember what I put down. I know X-Men was on there. Spider-Man was on there.
Wait. Your Spider-Man got like 80 cartoon series.
The one that was going on about the same time as the X-Men, so mid to late 90s. Spider-Man, was it 98?
I think that was just called Spider-Man, right? It wasn't like I know there's Spectacular and Ultimate.
Yeah, I think it was just called Spider-Man.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. What did I put down for the other two? Now I don't remember.
I got you right
Batman,
here.
the animated series.
I got you put up.
It was Batman the Animated Series was the other one, and what did I put down for before?
Yeah, you said Young Justice too.
Oh yeah, Young Justice. That's the other one because it's more of a recent one, and that one had a pretty not only good animation, and they had really good storytelling too. So yeah, I put that down on there.
That they did. Well, all right, Jay. What about you, sir?
All right, let's see. Good timing. I just found the post.
Yeah, it looked like you were scrambling over there too, man.
I was scrambling, man. My fingers were moving. Let me see. So I got Batman the Animated Series, X-Men, 97, of course. Well, not 97, but the 96 one.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Static Shock, and Justice League Unlimited.
Okay. What about you, Mike?
All right, I did Avatar: The Last Airbender because, like I say, I had a problem with Korra. I just think Aang's was Korra's was great too, but I think Aang was just on it. Yeah, only problem I had was Korra. I didn't want Korra. I wanted another Aang, some more of that next group. But Netflix Voltron, I think that was great from start to finish.
Was that a comic book though?
Yeah, I mean, it's still Voltron was a comic. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, there are Voltron comics, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
And, same for I put Robotech, and I thought that got me into a lot of stuff. It's one of the best. That's people think about. I said it before in the show. Optimus crying, dying was good. I mean, not good, but it hit me. But when Big Brother Roy Fokker died, that still chokes me up when he died. That was the first mixed couple I ever seen on TV. I love that group, that show. And then I put Static Shock as well. I had to go with my man Virgil. I had to bring him into it.
Okay. You ready, Terrence, or you want me to go?
You can go.
All right. So I got Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Justice League Unlimited, Batman Animated Series, and Young Justice. I think Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That one is
that was
never mentioned. Classic. Yeah, that never mentioned, and they ruined that by making that other one, which was so Iron Man centric. Even though that one eventually it had a lot of good points. They brought in a lot of people in there too, but Iron Man was just annoying as fuck in that.
Yeah, they're trying to hype Iron Man up after the movies.
Yeah, he's
always want him to be the leader.
Yeah.
All right.
So what you got, Terrence? You ready?
All right. If I'm gonna go with something that was based strictly on comics first, go Batman the Animated Series, Justice League Unlimited. Batman Animated Series, Justice League Unlimited. I could still go Transformers because the first issue of Transformers came out before the first episode.
Okay.
But I feel like that's kind of cheating it a little bit. So I am going to go with Spider-Man 90 series.
Okay.
And then for my fourth pick, I am going to go with kind of thinking about Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but I think that might be a little disingenuous of me because I never finished the series. So I'm going to go with Wolverine and the X-Men.
Oh.
I like that show.
Look at Mike's face.
Yeah, I know. Just because got the name Wolverine in there.
Wolverine and X-Men. I never read the comic book. I watched one episode of the show. That's when they had the Wendigo on it, when they continued that story way back when. But I couldn't watch that. I couldn't even read that. Wolverine and X-Men made me mad. It hurt my soul.
Was that the Hugh Jackman effect there? Is that after those movies?
Yeah, that's the Hugh Jackman effect. That's definitely the Hugh Jackman effect. That shit hurt me.
It was a good show.
I heard it was a good show. I just trust you.
I don't really have a horse in that race. It was kind of weird. I'm like, Wolverine's a leader now. Like,
Actually,
okay.
you know what though? You know what though? I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna go Superman the animated series.
That's good.
Because that actually had a great ending. The way that ended on a somber note.
Yeah.
That actually had a really good ending.
And it had it's often overlooked in that Batman animated series. That slept on. It's definitely slept on, but it was really good.
Yeah, yep. I was going to say the exact same thing. Like if the Batman animated series didn't exist, that one would be getting more flowers.
Right.
That was really good.
And see that whole thing was too tough for me to choose from. The Batman, Justice League, Superman. I couldn't pick one. You could make the whole list of just that. Honestly, I really could. That's why I just kind of left it alone. I'm like, I'm somebody else to talk about it. You could just pick that whole thing and make a list of that. Yeah. It was all good story.
Hard time not choosing Batman Beyond.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
like and all those were connected. Like Justice League was kind of like sequels to like all of those. Picked up some storylines and finished some. So they did a good job with those back in the day, and even some of the old school ones. Superman, Spider-Man, and his amazing friends. What's the Super Friends? The first Spider-Man one I saw, I think, was from the '60s or the '70s with the theme music, and like I used to watch the shit out of those. So I'm surprised Ninja Turtles didn't come up. I can't really point to one series where I was like, oh, this was a great series. Like they were cool. I like the first that first 5-parter that came out in the '80s that kind of transformed them into wholesome household names. They'll never go back to that. Yeah.
I tried watching a few years ago. I tried watching the series again. It's tough to go back to now. Like I love everything associated with it, like the original Konami games. But trying to watch the series now, it's hard to go back to. Like you said, those first original 5 episodes, yeah. But after that, it's rough.
Once the PTA got a hold of it, and they were throwing pizzas and balloons at each other, and Raphael never drew his size out anymore. It was like, okay, y'all win. All right, good talk there. Now, Mike jumped on the page this week and he talked about Transformer War of Cybertron trilogy, asking why we didn't tell him it was so good. Mike, did you finish it?
I did finish it. It was great. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Talk about it, sir.
No, it was great. The story, I like the design. They even had the Transformer sound. I like the little throwbacks, the little just you hear it. I guess throwback or Easter egg. That's what I'm looking for. There would be a little Easter eggs here and there. I'm like, oh, they said it. I just thought it was damn near perfect. Only problem I had with it was Megatron. His Megatron was amazing. His voice sounded just perfect, but he just talked too goddamn slow. I actually think he would Megatron would put me to sleep. Not because he was saying crazy stuff, but he would just by the time he got into that sentence, it just goddamn, it was work. But other than that, I still loved him though, but he was slow as hell talking. But I got nothing bad to say about it. It was great.
It really was, and I thought we talked about it, but glad you caught up with it. I think that middle season is that the one they were traveling through that anomaly? It was like traveling through something.
The dark universe.
Yeah, and they were like things were. Say that again.
The dead universe.
Okay, I think Unicron? Is that the season Unicron or Galaxy? So one of them popped out of like. Okay, all right, yeah. So that was good. You about to make me watch that again, but glad you got a chance to take a look at that, and glad you enjoyed. Did any of you guys did you watch the series? No. Oh,
I didn't finish the whole thing, but I've watched it though.
Okay, maybe we didn't talk about it, right? I don't know.
Tim says we did.
check
Tim Carter. Shout out to Tim Carter. He talk about it. So I know my memory's trash. So we could talk about anything. I'll forget it. So
yeah, you guys should check that out. You should. But okay, so real quick, The Boys season 4 premieres out. Will be dropping, I should say, June 13th. I watched the first 3 seasons over the Thanksgiving Christmas holiday, and can't believe it's been 4 seasons of that already, and it's been good. Overall, you guys are fans of the series, correct? Did you guys like I know we talked about it. What was the one when they were in the school? What's it called? Generation V?
Generation V, yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
It was good.
That was good. Yeah. All right. August 6th, DC and Marvel will be making the Amalgam series available. That classic. What you looking forward to there, Terrence? What you looking forward to from the Amalgam series there?
The Amalgam series.
Amalgam.
So
I only read one of those back in the day. I remember back when I used to pick up comics at my local Rite Aid. It was something in the Metal Men. I forget. That's like the only one I read. So I don't know. I got some. I guess I'll pick up a. Are they putting out a digital? I assume they're going to put out a digital edition of that. Right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so
hopefully.
Yes.
Like I guess the spotlight in that series was Logan defeating Lobo in the bar fight.
Right. It was so ridiculous they couldn't even show it.
Right. So that
we could pick a way to make it happen. It's impossible.
Popularity contest.
Yeah. It was that. There were some other. I'm trying to remember some of the other outcomes. I know
Superboy versus Ben Reilly. I remember Ben Reilly won.
Yeah,
that's right.
Robin beat Jubilee.
Huh?
Jubilee.
Thor beat Shazam.
Yep.
Aquaman
Superman beat
Namor.
Is that who won that?
Yeah, I dropped a whale on him.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah, Superman beat Hulk. Storm beat
Wonder Woman.
Wonder
Mm-hmm.
Woman, which is Batman and Captain America was the draw, I think.
Yeah,
was that a draw?
Yeah,
I believe it was.
That wasn't in that. Wasn't that when he fought Thor? That's when Superman fought Thor. That was that was Justice League versus Avengers. That was DC versus Marvel.
Yeah,
that was supremely better. But the comic book fans they voted on these outcomes, and I can't. Where did they fought in the sewer? Captain America.
Yeah, Captain fought in the sewer. Yeah.
Okay. Can't remember any of the other outcomes. I think those were the ones that were voted on. I think there were other fights that happened,
those were the votes.
And yeah. So I guess I'll tune in. I guess we'll all tune in there and get a good laugh. I did not read the stories where the characters merged.
The amalgam.
Yeah, I did not read that. I skipped it. Came back after that was done. I don't know how long that lasted. I think it was an issue or two.
Yeah, I think all of them got like one issue.
Batman and Wolverine.
They
were Dark Claw or something.
Yeah,
that was
Batman
the
and
weird part
Wolverine.
about it all. Oh wait, Silver Surfer beat Green Lantern. That was also another one, but it was Kyle Rayner. Green Lantern.
It was Kyle.
That's
That's supposed to happen. Okay.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I thought was weird.
Probably gave him a long speech about the power cosmic.
Yeah, you got to sell it to him. Eat this power cosmic 2 for $5 today.
Right.
It's great.
I hate how everybody has Silver Surfer beating everybody. Like, the boy can't fight.
But that's not his thing. Like,
The boy is not a warrior. He's just a decent dude, a decent fellow with a lot of powers.
so who shouldn't he be able to beat?
Like, he has the power to beat everybody, but he can't fight.
Why he just shoots him?
But
He just slams into it with his surfboard. He just rides it. His next thing they asleep on the surfboard. You'll never see the fight. It's just he hit him.
He acting like Silver Surfer got hands. That boy ain't got no hands.
Nobody said that. He's one of the more powerful characters, though.
He's super powerful, boy. Black Panther put him in a chicken wing.
Oh, see now. I ain't got nothing to do with the Black Panther doing everything. The only thing I'm gonna say, if that was Batman, it'd be a meme. Hey, it'd be a meme.
Right.
Only thing I'm gonna say. But yeah, like Surfer's the guy. What's your problem with the Surfer? Norrin Rad, man. Oh, okay.
He's starting to become the new Wolverine.
No, he's not.
You don't think
No,
so?
but who? No. I don't think Thor. I don't think he can be Thor.
You don't think he can be Thor?
No, I don't.
I wouldn't think he could be Thor.
I don't like.
Thor used Galactus as a throne. Galactus' head is a throne.
Wait, Terrence was just reading this. Didn't Thor attack him during that Blood and Thunder series or?
Oh yeah, he ain't had nothing for Thor. Thor was whooping everybody's ass. It took Thanos to. It took Thanos to just to slow Thor down.
Okay.
And that was for a little bit. He had to encase him in a block of solid energy, and Thanos was like, "This will hold him for 3 hours, and he gonna be on all y'all asses. So y'all better take his ass back to Odin, figure this shit out."
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It was Magneto and the Magnetic Men. That's what it was.
Okay.
I had no idea that existed. Okay.
Yeah, it was just the one issue. Most of them is that one issue.
Okay, good. Wasn't Xavier the Sorcerer Supreme?
Huh?
I think he was.
I can't remember. You're talking 20, almost 30 years ago, bro. I can't remember that.
Wasn't it Doctor Strange and Doctor Fate mixed together? That was like Strange Fate.
Yes.
Yes, they did that.
Doctor Strange Fate. Let's see. I'm out.
What about the time where Stan Lee was writing for DC, where he was making all those terrible comics?
Those were terrible.
That was terrible.
Yeah, it was Charles Xavier. He was Doctor Strange Fate. What the hell?
He was like, okay. Yeah, just give Stan something to do. Tell him he's great.
Those were he still wrote like it was 1950 or something. It was like, everybody had to talk out loud to themselves.
That's how you could tell Jack Kirby made all them characters. Because with Stan Lee to his own devices, he made the shittiest bunch of characters you ever seen in your life.
You need. I was just telling somebody, like, everybody when they get famous needs to have the dude to check them. Like, yo, dude, don't do that shit. The dude at my job is a big Drake fan, and I'm like, the guy's a weirdo, but he needs somebody to tell him, like, yo, don't do that shit, dog.
Right.
And like everybody needs that one guy to tell them no. Like, Stan, you tripping?
Yeah.
Like, do this instead. Like, that's just weird. I got a knock joke for you guys. All right.
Sure.
You ready?
Hear it.
Hold on. Gotta make sure. Knock.
Who's there?
My damn.
Oh. My damn who?
My damn web fucking sucks.
Like that damn joke.
Anybody see anything of regard? I hear it's like one of the worst films ever made.
It's pretty terrible.
Just me and Rob.
Y'all saw it?
We're the suckers.
Oh, jeez. Y'all want to talk about it, or you want to try to forget it?
I mean, it's kind of etched in the brain. It's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon.
All right, let's talk about it. What happened? What happened here? Why was this made?
That's a good question. I do know that there was a different script, and you can tell by the way it was kind of pieced together. They have music from 1993 and 2003, and there was supposed to be a time travel element that Madam Web was supposed to be a part of, involving Peter Parker and him as a baby. But now he's just in the movie for no reason. But they can't say Peter Parker. They have to make sure they don't say Spider-Man. They have to say Spider-Person.
What?
I don't know. I think Terrence will be able to speak more about how kind of bad of firefighters they are as EMTs. Because apparently CPR is the cure-all for even being poisoned.
Yeah, if the poison gets to your heart, you just do CPR. And
yeah, that's all you got to do.
That's some bad. Yeah, those were some bad compressions they were doing. But hey, every time I see compressions on a TV show or a movie, they're bad. So, but at the same time, I won't get too far into it. But basically, Sony is a money laundering scheme. All these Spider-Man spinoffs. It's a money laundering scheme because they keep hiring these same writers. Gods of Egypt, Morbius. They got them for Madam Web. Like, I don't know if they're writing great scripts and then they take the scripts and the execs go, all right, take out all the good shit and I want you to do this, this, and that. And also, could you have a Pepsi sign fall on this guy? It's like, that's the only way these guys can keep getting hired, if they're actually writing great scripts and then behind the scenes, the execs are just saying, all right, now take out all the good shit and put this shit in.
It's really the only way. It made me think that this movie was made in with the idea that they had a Spider-Man, either an actor or they're using one of the older ones, and it was kind of built around that. But obviously they didn't do that.
Yeah, it's so bizarre because the movie takes place in 2020. I mean, movie takes place in 2003. So it's kind of like they want you to think that the kid that's born, because they say Peter. Well, they actually don't even say Peter because they have a pregnant Mary, who is Mary Parker, who is obviously supposed to be the mother of Peter Parker, but they never get around to saying Peter. They have a game that they played during the baby shower where they're like, guess the baby's name. Right when they're about to say Peter, they say Pete, and then a balloon pops. So it's like they're so non-committal about it. Even though they've got the rights to Spider-Man, it's almost like Kevin Feige is saying, all right, I know y'all got the rights, but you better not fucking say Peter Parker. I swear to God, you better not fucking say it. It's like it's like they got Sony scared to use their own rights. It's so bizarre. So it's like they had the movie take place in 2003 so that they can kind of say this baby grows up to be, I guess, the Tom Holland Peter Parker. But at the same time, none of the stuff that takes place in this universe kind of ties into anything that's going to happen in the MCU whatsoever. And I know you guys don't give a shit, so you don't care if I spoil anything. All the shit that you see in the trailers and the promotional stuff with the three Spider Women in costume, that never actually happens in the movie. When you see them in costume, all that's flash forwards that take place. Those are flash forwards that take place totally within the mind of Madam Web and the bad guy Ezekiel. That's just shit that they see inside their minds. That's just their premonitions of the future. That's it. You never actually see them in costume in the present. They never even get their superpowers by the end of the movie.
Wait a minute. Ezekiel's the bad guy?
Yeah, Ezekiel Sims is the bad guy. And his motivations are so paper thin and terrible. He wants spider powers because he grew up poor and people didn't help him. So he's willing to kill all these people.
Oh, that's terrible. Ezekiel, he had spider powers in the movie. He could walk on walls, the whole thing. He came to teach Spider-Man about the spider totems and that whole Moreland run. They totally that's about as bad as how they did my man in Thor, the guy with the sword. What's his name? The last Thor they just murdered.
Oh, Gore.
That's about as bad as how they did Gore.
Oh wow.
Well, he's still got all his powers. Like that's about the only thing they stick to, because he basically, the whole setup is basically like it's the Terminator. It's like it's kind of like the Terminator meets Brightburn. You've got an evil Spider-Man basically hunting down four Sarah Connors,
potential
pretty much.
Killers, yeah.
That's terrible.
So he's hunting them down the whole movie, and the 3 potential Spider Women have no powers, and then the only thing protecting them is Madam Web. Madam Web, she's kind of like the Kyle Reese, and the only way they're able to get away because they've got no powers is she's using her premonitions to to kind of see
the right place at the right time.
Yeah, she gets them in the right place in the right time, and gets them out of danger. Or like when he shows up, she'll hit him with a car.
It's funny because she actually hits him with 2 cars, and then he's perfectly fine afterwards. But then he dies when a sign falls on him.
Wow.
Fucking Pepsi sign, because you gotta get that promotional tie-in.
Yep. I heard somebody describe when the trailers were coming out and then seeing the movie is if you were to make an entire advertising campaign for Terminator 2, but only shows scenes of future Kyle Reese or future John Connor, making him think like that's a huge bit part of the movie. That's how this movie would play out with them showing the Spider Women's and flash forwards.
Didn't this happen in another one of the Sony movies where they showed something that wasn't actually in the
Morbius?
There
was like 3 or 4 things in the trailer that they didn't show.
Wow. Can't you get sued for that? Wasn't there some new law or something like not putting stuff in the trailer that isn't actually in it? Like I remember seeing something. I don't know if it was serious or not, but that's malpractice, man.
Yeah, so I mean, them in costume, you see it, but it's basically like it's almost like a dream sequence. It's just her seeing the future. They never are actually in costume in the present. They never get bit by spiders. They never have their powers body into the movie. And yeah, body at the end, she's basically like she's at the end, she's like their Mrs. Garrett from Facts of Life. They're living with her. They're like her foster kids. They're living in a house with her, and it's like, okay, so we're living together now. I'm taking care of you, and maybe you'll get your powers eventually. But till then, we're hanging out.
she's being super obnoxious with her powers. Like, oh, you brought chicken. How did you know? Oh, well, why do you think I have powers? Obviously. So I was thinking most of the actors during the press for this obviously were pretty pissed at the movie because I'm almost positive all of them were told this was going to be an MCU movie when they signed up to make this movie. Because I know Dakota Johnson, as soon as the first trailer came out, fired her manager.
Ooh.
So, and
wow.
Yeah, she's made some pretty, ill remarks. Not exactly something you should be saying if you were an actress promoting your next big film.
She's hilarious in interviews. She's just like don't give a fuck.
She doesn't give 2 shits.
Like, how's it feel to be in the MCU? She's like, yeah, I'm not in the MCU.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm trying to think. There's one like major thing that I always keep thinking about. So the girls are reported as kidnapped when she saves them from the subway. And within like an hour or 2, it's on the front cover of the Daily Bugle, which makes no sense, obviously. But then after she leaves them in the woods, and then she saves them again and leaves them in a hotel. She says, "Oh, I have to go to Peru to find these spiders." So now this is 2 years after 9/11. She goes into an airport with a stolen cab that she took the plates off of and parked it at the airport. She is wanted for kidnapping 3 people, and she made it through the airport and back. It's an entire movie full of contrivances. Everything happens because it has to happen. It's not written very well. The dialogue is horrible. She doesn't look like she wants to be there. Sydney Sweeney is completely wasted.
Ezekiel was wasted. But when I wasted him, that was a great character.
Yeah, and they completely dubbed over that guy's dialogue, and they dubbed it over bad.
I think he's French, so they must not have liked his American accent.
So it was like, why hire a French guy?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing?
How do these
Sony
movies get made? Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what is that thing he did. Ezekiel he goes to an opera to pick up some older lady to kind of wine and dine because she works at the NSA, and then steals her access to NSA technology and kills her. And apparently, in 2003, they have a device that can pull a perfect image of people from your dreams, de-age them, and take their spider masks off, which are the exact pictures of their characters, and then have them funneled to every single camera that's online and around.
Okay. All right.
And then how about this? So when she goes off to Peru, she's friends with Ben Parker, who obviously will become Uncle Ben. So when she goes off to Peru, she leaves them in the care of Ben. And Ben, he's got Peter Parker's mom staying with him also, because her husband, he's off in Afghanistan or wherever. We never meet Peter Parker's dad. He's all fighting in Afghanistan somewhere. So she's 9 months pregnant. She's about to pop. Her water breaks. Now, the girls, their faces are out there because they are presumed to be kidnapped. So, and Ezekiel, he's got this NSA technology. They pop up on a camera. He's got this girl who's got all these screens everywhere. So they pop up on any camera, whether it's just a regular security camera, ATM, whatever. He's going to be on top of it. He's going to know exactly where they are, can pinpoint their location and get right to them. Start hopping around like a maniac. He's got the spider powers. So you think her water breaks, and Ben goes, all right, I guess we got to get you to a hospital. So you'd think, all right, the girls are just going to stay in the house while they go to the hospital. For whatever reason, the girls decide, well, I guess we got to go to the hospital too. Why do the girls need to go to the hospital with Ben and Mary? There's no reason for them to go. So, of course, the one girl, she's got a hoodie on, but she, instead of deciding not to look out the window, she looks directly out the window into a camera, and Ezekiel's able to pinpoint the location. Next thing you know, he's hopping from rooftop to rooftop. He starts hopping from car to car, and now he's after him.
Yeah. Because he has no legs. He can only jump really far.
You guys have you're saving lives right now. All right, so don't you guys, if you're thinking about it, this
Terrence. So the scene where the first time they're at the fireworks thing, was there a fire there originally, or were there just injured people?
You talk when they were that's a callback. Remember, that was the scene where the Mike Epps character got killed.
The truck,
because there was a fire going on there, and then he takes off in the ambulance and gets hit by the truck. So I think that's the same place where the
ending takes place.
The end scene takes place.
So if a factory or a warehouse full of highly dangerous explosives was on fire and found to be structurally unsafe, would that stuff all just be sitting there for a couple days later when they come back to blow it up again? Wouldn't they have to move that?
You'd think they probably would have cleared it out. Yeah, I would think that they probably wouldn't have just left it sitting there. I think if there was a fire there earlier, they probably would have cleared it out.
Yeah, they let us know the foreshadowing was pretty strong in that scene.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the same place.
Oh yeah, and at the end, Madam Web gets hit in the face with a firework and is now blind and paralyzed.
What? Wow! That's as bad
firework.
That's as bad as the cat claws to the eye.
What's crazy is I've heard people.
Go ahead, Mike.
People who don't know anything about comics have liked this movie. They don't have any Spider history. They like it. You know,
Ronnie liked it. She thought it was not that bad because
yeah, my wife has a friend who was like, "Y'all should go see it." He likes comics, right? I don't know. My wife came home ready to watch it. I'm like,
He likes comics, right? Like that's good. That's good.
I don't think
Just
I would
that sentence
I
alone
think
let you know.
even if I didn't know anything about comics, I would think this was just incomprehensible. I'm like,
right.
none of this makes any sense.
So, question for you two: is this the worst comic book movie you've ever seen?
No.
No, I wouldn't say so. I
What
think
would
the
that
worst
be?
one is probably the Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
Okay, I kind of like that one though. Okay,
yeah, I kind of like that one.
Yeah, that one was kind of gritty. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen far worse. I've seen I've seen the Captain America TV movies.
With the
motorcycle helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the clear glass shield.
Shield. Yep.
Yeah.
Wasn't
One
there
of these Fantastic Four?
The original Fantastic Four, where they had the stretchy hand outside of the limo.
Yeah.
Just like,
I've never seen that one. I've never ever seen that one.
You never saw it? Oh, it's great.
Never.
It's terrible and great.
He said it's great.
It's like you got to bootleg it. I don't think it ever released it. You got to find it somewhere.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they never released it.
So
That's
I've
the
never
one
been
when the torch he finally flamed on like right when the movie was ending, or like he just didn't use his powers. Okay, all right.
So I mean, you'd have to give me a stipulation. Like, is it the worst comic book movie I've seen released by a major studio? Even then, I say no because I've seen Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was bad.
Catwoman was terrible.
Thanks for unburying that memory, Charles. That was locked away. Jeez, that was bad. Yeah.
What's crazy is Sony's more than made their money back. They did that with Spider-Man. Cause I believe they could have bought all of Marvel for $25 million. That was back when they kind of was suffering back in the 90s.
Oh,
they got it for. Yeah, exactly. They got it for some. I don't know what they got it for, but they could have bought the whole thing with $25 million. All they wanted was Spider-Man. Yeah, they made all their money back off the first movie. They're not in it to make the money back. They just fuck it, we're bored. Just make a movie, make a couple dollars here and there.
Somebody at Sony they're being assholes. They're like, just don't give it back to Marvel. Like, just put something out so they don't get it.
Yeah, it was Marvel, years. I wouldn't give them either.
Marvel's got to take them to court for abuse now. Like y'all not using this shit right. Like,
yeah,
somebody finds something.
The only people that it hurts is the MCU. Sony doesn't care. It's not hurting their brand. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They just make superhero movies look bad, and it's going to hurt them the worst.
Yeah, and the funny, I was watching a show yesterday that brought up a good point. It said that they don't actually have to make movies like this to keep the rights. What? They just have to start production. They don't have to actually complete a finished movie to keep the rights. They can just start production and then scrap it. They can start. They can start shooting something and then stop.
So somebody's just saying, "F it. Let's see if it makes any money."
Yeah, exactly.
You know how to push it out. Like we're almost done. Like, let's just see what happens. All right, we gotta move on from this. Woo. All right, so we're gonna get to more comic book movies.
And try to buy the rights back.
We can do that. Might need to be armed robbery though from Sony. They know. So Aquaman, the Lost Kingdom. I have not seen it yet. I know a couple people here have. That might be a weekend thing for me. It ended its box office run as the highest grossing film from DCU since 2018. Yeah. And surprise, surprise, the last movie in 2018 was Aquaman. So Aquaman made, this is the number I found, $1.143 billion. Made $1 billion. Now, anybody want to guess what the next two films were after Aquaman?
What, Justice League?
Wonder Woman
No.
84.
Nah,
Wait,
Black
2019.
Adam
It
was
came
one
out
of them,
2019.
We talking about money or a timeline? Which one? Two?
oh,
What
just
we
money, just money for
Just money.
yeah. What are
Anything after
so
2018?
Aquaman is number one. What are the other two?
Oh, just
the
money.
top
Okay.
three? Yeah, money. Yeah, my bad.
Oh, okay.
Black
Batman
Widow?
and Superman?
Batman v
Yes,
Superman.
that's number two.
Shang-Chi?
No, just DC, just DC.
No, just DC. Okay.
Yeah. Batman versus Superman is number two. And that's the one that everybody hated. That one
The other one's
made.
Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah, Wonder Woman is. It's Aquaman, Batman
Oh,
versus
yeah, Wonder
Superman,
Woman.
and Wonder Woman.
I didn't hate Batman versus Superman.
I love that movie, man.
The
Like,
director's cut made it much better.
yeah, that made
I think,
$872
Zack Snyder,
million.
He just needs somebody to help him tighten up his story.
What were we just talking about? Stan Lee, like, yo, don't do that.
Yeah,
Like, you need to fix that.
His
You need a guy.
concepts are tough. His concepts and his story his world building is all tough. He just likes to put it all in. Like, you gotta put it all in. Like, learn how
Man,
to
okay,
streamline it.
Smokey. Put it all in, make it fit in.
Right, make it fit.
So look, I'm gonna read these numbers for you, right? So I said Aquaman did 100 billion, 1.1 billion, excuse me. Batman versus Superman, 872 million. Wonder Woman, 817 million. Then it's Suicide Squad, 2016.
Yeah.
That made $745 million.
Oh damn, okay.
Man of Steel.
Like DC wasn't making no money.
Yeah, like if this was Disney, like they would keep making them because guess what? It's money. Man of Steel, 667 million. Justice League. They didn't. I assume this is the one that was released in the theater. That was 655 million. Aquaman, Lost Kingdom, 400 million. Black Adam, 390 million. Shazam, 363 million. The Flash, 200. Now this is where you start to see the dip here, and it's no surprise. Some of these movies, all these movies did 200 million and lower, and that was The Flash, Harley Quinn. I hated that movie. Suicide Squad. This is 2021.
That's Suicide Squad, yeah.
Wonder Woman 84. Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and Blue Beetle was that had the worst take. They had 128 million. As I was mentioning to you guys before, Momoa, he's been consistent for them. Two of their better movies, he was in them, and they didn't even try with this Aquaman. This was, they were burning through stock. This was the last movie from the DC EUB, whatever the initials were, and they weren't even trying. And this one made money. Looking at this list of films, it's just you can see what the ones that Snyder during that era they were making money. I don't know if it was because it was new back then, but when he was gone, starting with these Harley Quinn and Wonder Woman, and even though he wasn't involved with that, but there was a decline there. Any surprise with any of the numbers I read off from DC and what they've done, what they did during their time?
I think the numbers for Wonder Woman 84 and the Suicide Squad could have been better if they weren't simultaneously streaming on HBO.
Yeah.
They were only theatrical releases. They probably would have done better. So it's hard to kind of attribute the box office results for them against it, because we know 84 wasn't a good movie, but the Suicide Squad was.
Yeah, it was. That's right. Those were pandemic years, 2020 and 2021. It wasn't all the way back. So, yeah, that is a good point there, Rob. And Blue Beetle, that was in the theater. Okay.
Yeah,
that came and went
that,
too.
that movie wasn't terrible either.
I had to watch that again. I fell asleep during that. I definitely fell asleep during Fury of Gods, that Skittles commercial. That 2 hour
that
Skittles
movie was
commercial. Talk about product placement.
Damn.
Right?
Yeah.
I say finish that Joker.
Yeah. He won't be back. He was mad at everybody when that movie didn't do well. Blame Dwayne. Dwayne, Zach.
Yep.
Blame Dwayne. All right. Well, we got the Godzilla Kong New Empire trail. Did anybody watch it?
Yep.
Yeah.
What you think, Rob? I know you're heavy in the monster verse.
I love Godzilla, but I haven't yet to see it. I've been seeing people bitch about Godzilla running.
It's
he looks a little odd.
it's amusing. They're doing everything but talk. It looks like in this one. He's got Iron Man armor, and like I'm not mad at these movies. I like all of them. Like
all of them. I like every one of them. So
even that quote unquote that slow Godzilla one, the one before everything really jumped off. I like that one too. I like Skull Island. I like all those. I like them all. Terrence, did you check out the trailer?
Yeah, I'm kind of on it. My favorite one was King of the Monsters.
That was good.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
I actually like King Kong versus Godzilla. I didn't see the trailer yet.
Okay.
I like
that
Kong
one was
versus
good.
Godzilla.
Yeah, that was good too. Outside the human interaction, I don't. Too much.
I still haven't seen Godzilla -1. I wanted to see that. That kind of
I still need to check
I really
that.
want to see that.
Yeah. But we're all in on the MonsterVerse movies.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I love the MonsterVerse.
All right. Deadpool 2 trailer. I know that dropped last week. What we thinking?
Is it going to save MCU?
Promising?
Hopefully.
It'll probably make money. Yeah.
It'll sell tickets.
Yeah, it will. It will.
I think it'll also go Deadpool 2 at least.
Yeah, it should. It should. With Disney backing and all that other good stuff. And I almost forgot that Hugh was in it. He was barely in that one, so that was a big deal with him coming back. So yeah, I'll be in the theater for that.
Definitely.
Did you see all the people? I watch a lot of YouTube, so I see a lot of people like posting Doctor Doom confirmed in there only because there's an issue of I'm not sure exactly. I think it's number 5 of the more recent run of Secret Wars.
Yes,
the issue sitting on the ground with him on the cover, and they're saying that either that's where they drew inspiration because some of the fights you see, obviously they're fighting in front of like a broken down Fox 24th Century Fox sign. Mm-hmm. So they're thinking it's like a battle world, but with all of the Fox properties.
Okay. Hey,
assigned towards it, but yeah, I don't think we'll see it. I don't think we'll see Dr. Doom.
Right.
However, Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife, is best friends with Taylor Swift, and it is reported that she is going to be Dazzler.
Okay.
Yeah.
Football season's over. So
Taylor Swift is supposed to be
still on my face.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get those Captain Marvel butt implants.
Losing her hair to defend this girl. Leave her alone. I like the way she looked in the last movie. Okay. So thumbs up with that. So the we're gonna talk about Fantastic Four. So they got casted, and the rumor mill's out, and so I'm gonna read these names. I don't really know most of these people here. We got Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm. Joseph Quinn, that's the kid from Stranger Things. Okay. Ebon Moss Backrack. I don't know. I know I murdered that. I don't know who that is.
He's from the Bear.
The Bear.
Anybody has seen that?
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, cousin.
Oh, okay.
Cousin.
Pedro Pascal. All right, so that's You
The
know.
only person I know.
So here are some notes, right? And let me pull up the screen because I want to get a look at you guys' faces when we read these notes here. So, Fantastic Four, and this is just something that was in the report here. The Fantastic Four will take place in 1963.
No. Are you serious?
Yeah, that's
Rumored.
Rumored. You're gonna put that in rumored.
Are they going to be de-aging Michael Douglas?
But
again,
likely.
throw him in there?
I have no idea. So
Which is
let's get it out, and then we're gonna dissect and complain and do what we do. It will have "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia" tone. Now, I've seen that show. Comedy that can't be true. We'll have a multiverse time travel elements. We'll skip origin story and introduce the team as an active presence in the multiverse, setting up future crossover events. What are your thoughts? We're gonna go with Mike first. He looks, yeah.
Ooh. I don't know anybody in the casting except for Pedro Pascal. I do think it's a good idea for them to just have him be there. We ain't got, like I said a couple of shows back, we don't have time to rebuild anybody else. I ain't got that much life left. I'm not saying I'm gonna die tomorrow, but damn, I ain't got enough 20 years to build an Avengers. I just ain't got enough time for it. I'm ready for them to get to it. I don't know about this starting in the 60s, whatever, but hey, make it as long as they can make it work. I'm not excited. I'm really not excited about it, but that's really about it. I'm not excited about it at all. And the more I hear, the less excited I'm getting.
So what I read made it less exciting.
Yeah, it ain't helping. But I'm gonna still go see it. Like I said, I waited my whole life for this time. I'm going to support these damn movies. They making it rough though.
Oh, they made it too rough for me. Oof.
All right, talk about it. Talk about it, Jay. Talk about it.
Oh, but it's like Professor said, like Mike said, it's not exciting me. Like you gonna make the first family deserves better. Like they don't need the Always Sunny in Philadelphia treatment, and nobody wants to see a superhero movie based in the '60s. Like I don't want to see that. It just sounds dumb. I want to see Model Ts riding around, and I want something in the future. Something in the future force or whatever.
So I'm going to make y'all a little nervous, and it might not make you nervous because I like the show. But looking at the picture that they put out, it had like a WandaVision type feel.
That might even knock me out of even going to see it because I didn't like WandaVision. Everybody else loved it. I hated WandaVision. I did not like
remember
that Leave It to Beaver aesthetic. I did not like it.
Okay, all right.
It was not
Terrence,
for me.
What about you, sir?
The cast is good, even though Pedro Pascal's a little overexposed. Whatever I watch him in, he's good. I've only seen Vanessa Kirby in the Mission Impossible movie, so I mean, she's got the look. So they've never let me down in their casting choices, so I'm sure they'll be fine. The thing is going to come down to the CGI. So I'm sure if the CGI looks anything like the look that they went for with the art that they drawn up, like that classic Thing look, then it'll be good. I like Eban from the work that he's done on the Bear. I don't know how that comes across with the Ben Grimm character, because when I think of Ben Grimm, I think of like a bigger, gruff guy. So a lot of that's going to have to come across in his voice acting, and what I've seen of him in the Bear and a couple other things. That's not really the type of characters he portrays. So he might have to kind of do a caricature of Ben Grimm to really get that character across. But we'll see how that goes. And from what I saw of Joseph Quinn in Stranger Things, he's got that kind of attitude to pull off the Human Torch, kind of that cocky attitude. He can pull that off. So as far as high energy, so he can pull that off. As far as the 60s thing goes, that doesn't bother me because the comics always kind of portray the Fantastic Four as kind of like old fashioned, even though they take place in current times. They always like most of even the modern runs, they just kind of portray them as just like old fashioned. So it's just going to depend on how the director, the tone that the director sets. I don't like the whole what did you say they're trying to do with this as far as the comedic tone? The sunny,
It's Always Sunny.
Always Sunny.
I refuse to believe that right now.
Yeah, I read about that. I was like, yeah, that's going way too overboard with this. Maybe they were over exaggerating with that because that's going way too overboard. Like
because
Marvel really needs to really rein in that comedy a little bit. Like, yeah, let's kind of tone it down. Bring it back to the first Iron Man levels. Everything doesn't need to be wacky, zany, so over the top all the time that you're like I don't need the jokes to always be undercutting every moment of drama every second. So I really hope they're over. Yeah. So I don't want them to be shooting themselves in the foot every single moment just to go for that zinger. So hopefully that's being overblown and overreported. So, but I don't know. I'm hopeful for it, but like we say, the proof is in the pudding. We'll see how it goes. I'm hopeful for it right now. The cast is good. I like the director because I like most. He's the guy that did WandaVision. I like most of WandaVision. When it came down to the last episode and them shooting the energy back for pew 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 pew. That's when they kind of lost me there.
So damn, I was just guessing there. And this guy had a hand in WandaVision.
Yeah, he directed. He directed most of the WandaVision episodes.
Damn,
Matt Shackman.
I liked WandaVision, but all right.
I'm gonna make a premonition here. I'm gonna make a premonition here today. That the Thing is going to have at least one scene where he's wearing a yarmulke.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah. One scene he's going to have a yarmulke. They're going to make some kind of joke about it, and he's going to have a yarmulke. As the Thing, as the yellow Rocky dude. It's going to be after he turns into the Thing.
Okay.
As long as there's no laugh soundtrack.
We don't know. We don't know.
No
There's
laugh.
Going to be some kind of joke attached to it.
What do you think, Rob?
I mean, I'll see it. I think the only thing, the cast seems fine. I think the only thing that I have kind of trepidations about is them adapting a team in the 60s, which I guess are going to be doing time travel and multiversal stuff that the people in the modern time, like Vision and Tony Stark, were only thinking were theoretical. So that's the kind of thing that I'm like, so did these guys completely disappear and they were completely covered up, or are we going to have them in the modern time say, oh yeah, like Hank Pym knew Mr. Fantastic and worked with him, and I don't know, the Shield knew of them but decided not to release any of that technology to help with Thanos, or I don't know. It's just like it's more convolution to a storyline that they already can barely follow.
So, like, you actually just touched on something that I was going to say, and that's how much stuff are you guys, not you guys, but Marvel, how much are you going to stick into the past here where it doesn't make any sense? Like, nobody's mentioned these guys, and it's, I like the Fantastic Four. I read them a lot in the 90s, and I like the team. I like the idea. I was excited for this not the X-Men when 20th Century got bought out. But the '60s thing made me. I don't get them constantly going back when there's nothing really established present day in MCU.
I mean, they could do it cool and make it like a retrofuturism Jetsons style kind of thing, and then they end up on the MCU Earth, like they're not actually from this Earth. I mean, they could do something like that and make it a little better, but it's kind of silly to think of people in the '60s, breaking the barrier between multiverses.
Yeah,
we barely even got to the moon.
Well, that's what I was thinking, because I mean, everything's building towards everything's supposed to be building towards Secret Wars. So I was thinking they could wind up coming from an alternate Earth.
And that's a good point. It's a good point,
especially when you see they got Herbie, and that kind of technology wasn't around in our '60s.
Yeah. The Always Sunny thing, I think the show's funny, but I don't know how that plays into superhero movie. I guess we'll find out.
I think they watched a couple episodes and thought this matches the tone, but they don't actually watch It's Always Sunny. Or they're just saying it to get people's attention.
Or get them upset.
Yeah.
So I'll go see it. Like I want to go see it. So I have no problem with the cast. Try to have hope for these things. So I'm gonna leave it with that. And Fantastic Four. That movie will also go up against Superman in the month of 2025. About 2 weeks apart, apparently. But July will be busy.
Yeah, that was intentional.
Yeah. That is the end of the docket here. What's going on with you guys? Anything else you wanted to talk about tonight?
I think we hit most of it, but some of you saw it I posted. How strong is the Kingpin? I need one of y'all.
That whole front. I needed to see the next page. I was going to buy that. Yeah, because I'm like, who's he talking to? It's got to be some kind of illusion. And people listening, Mike posted a page of Wilson Fisk like beating the shit out of the Hulk. It was the Great Hulk, but it don't matter. Like that ain't happening.
It's still the Hulk.
The Great Hulk beat the piss out of the Kingpin the first time they squared up. Kingpin came to him and punched him, and he just proceeded to beat the brakes off the Kingpin. He even had him like tap out, like say I quit. Yeah, but he just stole him, and I'm like, what the hell? How does that work?
Spider-Man beat the stuffing out of Kingpin.
Great Hulk.
One time when he got mad, he flexed on him, it was over.
Yeah, Great Hulk can go to sleep. He can go to sleep for about a week with Fisk bringing in all kind of weapons or whatever, and he still won't do anything to him. I don't understand that post at all. What was supposed to have been going on in that page? So yeah, Mike, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was a good run up into that point. The story was really good up into that.
So
Spider-Man can hold you up by your nipples. You're not beating the Hulk.
No, Spider-Man's in this book.
Spider-Man's in the book?
Yeah, Spider-Man's in the book too.
Yeah, I did see him in there. Spider things.
He was in Vegas at the same time. I think he was following. No, he wasn't following the Kingpin. I think he was. I forgot why he was there, but then he saw the Kingpin come in. And let me stick around and see what's getting ready to happen.
So, is that a throwback? Is that like an old story, or is the Hulk gray? Is he gray again right now?
It's an old story. It's an old story.
Okay.
It's when one of, I guess, the guy wanted to tell the whole story. So Peter David did it. So it's a good writer.
Okay. But
I guess he just wanted to tell a story.
Truth be told, I like the Grey Hulk. The Hulk was great when I started reading Hulk in the 90s.
Me too.
I got nothing against the green one, but like the gray was my guy when I started reading the books. So, yeah, that's gotta let us know how that turned out there, Mike.
We're going to talk about The Last Airbender, or did we talk about that already?
Oh yeah,
No, we didn't talk about
guys.
that. We didn't mention that.
You know, I ain't bringing it up. Go ahead, yeah.
I've only watched the first episode.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like I was saying before when we were talking, like I would probably like to show more if the cartoon didn't exist. Like the show is just like it's okay, it's not terrible, but that cartoon was just about perfect. Like it's perfect.
Yeah, it was.
Can't improve on it, so why even try?
Mm-hmm.
It's not terrible. It's like way better than that movie, the M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's way better than that.
The first 5 minutes was better than that. The first episode was better than that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not bad. It's not terrible. I'm probably going to finish watching it, but I'm starting to think that Netflix should stop with these live actions because they're not.
Everybody should stop with a
on,
live action. Everybody should.
Yeah, they're not improving on anything. You know, Cowboy Bebop. It was all right, but it's nowhere near as good as the original Cowboy Bebop. What else did they do live action that just was like, okay? They did a couple other things. I can't remember now. But,
I hear people raving about One Piece. I'm not.
Okay, yeah,
I mean,
One
One Piece was good. It was okay, but it's just not better than the cartoon. Like, just
I'm just not watching 1,000 episodes of One Piece.
Right? You can get through it. I did it. I started. And I just pummeled through it.
I'm good.
You'll get there. You know, while you're trying to save a life, just have it on your cell phone while you're doing the compressions.
Hold on, let me watch the scene.
Like, you ain't going down me yet. You got a couple more minutes. Let me get this.
Oh, we're right to the hospital. Look at my phone. We can watch this together. Right.
Yeah.
I watched the first three and I liked them. I liked them a lot, but like Jay said, it's just not needed. The cartoon had everything. It just isn't needed. I haven't seen anything I didn't like. I liked all of it. The fighting, the bending. I liked it. I just think I'm surprised I liked it. Honestly, I really had no hope for this TV show at all. But I am pleasantly surprised. I got nothing bad to say about it.
The acting is a little so. Like sometimes the acting is a little flat, but it's not bad. Like they're not terrible.
It's not bad. But it's basically a TV movie. I will say this: they don't need to be an hour episodes. They can break this down to 30 minutes. That kind of feels a little long. Not because it's me, I got that patience with this shit, but it don't need to be an hour. It can really be a lot shorter, but that's the only thing I'll say. Yeah, but other than that, it's not bad.
Really, it's at least better than the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's better than the movie. Yeah.
Like I said, the first 5 minutes of the first episode is better than that whole movie. And you ain't seen Aang in that at all in the first 5 minutes, but that first 5 minutes is better than the whole movie. Firebenders can actually have Bruce fire. It's good.
The Australian podcast that I listen to, the Weekly Planet, they put out a video every once in a while called the Caravan of Garbage, and this week's was the Avatar movie that Shyamalan did, and he was pretty fired up about how bad it was, and it made him mad. So I'll link it in the group. It's usually worth a listen or a watch to put their work together. They're pretty funny. It just seems bad, and it's definitely not a movie that I'm not going to visit.
You never saw it?
No, I didn't watch the cartoon either, but I might watch.
You never saw the cartoon
show on Netflix? No, I never got around to it.
You should watch
a lot
the
of
cartoon.
times when I find anime that's been out for a few years and has like 100 episodes, I'm like, I can't really catch up.
It's pretty short as far as like series go. It's only like 3 seasons, something like that, maybe 4.
Okay,
it's not that long. And
the Avatar?
And the first season is definitely for kids. Like they didn't realize how it was going to hit with older people, so the first season is very kiddie. But after that, it starts to the character development and the story like matures pretty quick. So
ages up with the characters. Okay, that makes sense.
So it's good. Like the cartoon is like some of the character development is like perfection. with Sokka and even the Prince. His character development was crazy.
Prince
Even,
Zuko. Oh yes.
Yeah, Prince Zuko. His character development was ridiculous. And Uncle
Shit,
Iroh.
Uncle Iroh should go down as one of the best damn dads in TV history. Uncle Iroh, even though he was his dad, Uncle Iroh was beautiful. That character was perfect.
And we're going deep into the story now, the cartoon, but the little filler episode they had where he was singing "Leaves from the Vine."
Oh shit!
That almost had a little teardrop. I was like, "Oh,
yeah, I got
like, what's going on?"
Tear bumps with that just now. Uncle Iroh is that dude, man.
Yeah, Uncle Iroh is that boy, man. He was reminiscing about
the Piccolo of that universe.
Yeah, he's a Piccolo and he's a mix of Piccolo and I don't know, Uncle Phil and and Bruce Lee.
Because he whooped that ass. He's still the dragon.
Uncle Iroh is no joke.
You're not gonna run up on Uncle Iroh. He gonna tell you why, and his wisdom gonna explain to you why he whooped your ass. Right. This is what he gonna whoop your ass.
Then he gonna sit you down, drink tea with you, and
some jasmine tea, but he gonna whoop your ass.
Explain where you went wrong in life, have you turned your whole life around.
Yep. He gonna counsel you after you whip that ass. You can be bleeding, but you gonna listen to that story.
Right.
This thing here, they're killing people, man. They burning suckers up. Like, whoa, I didn't expect this.
I didn't expect to see any charred bodies. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And they flat burning them. Like, whoa, shit.
Right.
Yeah, I recommend it. Anybody out there, I recommend it. I'm enjoying it. So
yeah, it's a watch. I wouldn't say not to watch it.
Like I say, I'm only 3 episodes in. I haven't knocked it out, but it's good.
Oh, and hold on, let me get a sip of water. My mouth is mad dry.
Oh, okay.
Refreshing. Yeah, and forget what Quincy say, man. Y'all need to go and watch Ninja Kamui.
Oh man, I was joking. I was joking. You know,
I know you was joking. I know you was joking.
But guys at work telling me about it. Y'all talking about it. I'm just sitting there waiting for the break in the conversation to say I don't watch it.
Ninja Kamui is.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Max.
It's on Max.
Okay, I got that.
I think it comes out every Sunday. I think
that's when they release stuff.
It's definitely fire. It's like what if John Wick was a ninja?
All right, that's somebody else made the same comparison.
But they didn't kill his dog. They killed his wife and his kid. So
is it subtitle or dub?
It's dub. If it's on Max, it's going to be dub.
Okay.
And I think it's originally it starts off on Adult Swim, then it switches to Max.
Speaking of streaming services, I was telling some of y'all, I've been watching Tubi the last 2 weeks. It's a lot of good old cartoons on there. So I've been watching G.I. Joe, Transformers, some Jim, all that. And I'm like, is this where all the cartoons went? Like they're on this service. And Tubi is like the upside down for the Netflix. Like everything that used to be on Netflix is on Tubi, and it's free. So if you ain't got Tubi, check it out. Especially if you're looking for the old cartoons, man. Everything is on there. Everything.
I thought you was gonna talk about them $5 hood movies on Tubi.
Oh no, I stay away from those.
$5 budgets.
Just give me the cartoon. Watching some G1. G.I. Joe. Mike was telling me before we started recording he didn't watch G.I. Joe back in the day, and I'm like, how?
I watched it, but I wasn't a big fan. I watched it. I just wasn't a big fan of G.I. Joe. I just, I'm a robot guy. I like Transformers. I like Robotech. I got Voltron. I did watch He-Man, but I just wasn't a big fan of G.I. Joe. I just didn't do it for me.
Okay.
I did like
movie intros of all time. G.I. Joe the movie.
Yeah, it did.
It did. It can definitely say that has that over Transformers movie, because that intro, I watched that like back to back to back. Had me want to sign up for the military, be part of G.I. Joe. That's all I got, guys.
Did any of you guys watch the trailer for Borderlands, the game movie?
No, I didn't know anything about it.
Nah, I haven't brought myself to do it yet.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm very mixed about it, mostly because the cast is pretty freaking terrible. Like
Kevin
the big macho military guy is played by Kevin Hart. The short.
Oh yeah, that movie. Yeah.
Mad Moxie being played by Gina Gershon. I don't understand that because she doesn't.
Man,
look the
where's
part.
she been?
Nobody in here looks the part. Jack Black playing the voice of the robot, maybe that'll work because he's like he's a robot with depression, basically. But me and Gabe, we played the crap out of Borderlands 2. We played it for hundreds of hours, even after we'd beaten it like 30 times. And then just seeing the cast and it's missing most of like the main characters. A lot of the characters from the first game rolled over as NPCs in the second game. There's no mention on there of Handsome Jack, which is like the really fun villain. So I really don't know what they're doing with it. I know it's had a troubled development, and it's probably going to show when it comes out.
And where is it?
I'm not too excited about it.
Is this a movie or is it streaming on something?
It's a movie. I'm not exactly sure when it comes out. I actually don't remember if it actually said in the trailer if it does or not. Looks like it's in August, so we'll see. It's Avi Arad. Do we know that name? He's the one who wrote Spider-Man, right?
Avi Arad, yeah, I know that
He
name.
produced a lot of Marvel stuff.
Yeah, he did.
Back in the day.
And Eli Roth is directing it.
Yeah, it's a weird choice.
Yeah, I don't know. And the only other thing I was going to bring up is me, Lou, and Tim, and a bunch of my Division friends. We've all been playing Helldivers 2. It kind of came out of nowhere. Not very much advertising for it, but they've already had to emergency increase server capacity like 5 times because it's been so popular.
Okay.
Originally it came out because the first game didn't sell so well. It maybe had 100,000 concurrent players and everything. And so this one came out with about 200 and it maxed out right away. And then they bumped it up to 350 and it maxed out, then 450, and now it's at 700 and it's maxed out. So it's pretty good. Big time homages to Starship Troopers when you're fighting the insect aliens and Terminator when you're fighting the robot aliens. It's like Judgment Day down on those planets. But it's very fun. They kind of encourage. It's always team based, so they encourage a lot of cooperation and microphone play because you need to make sure you let them know where you're throwing your airstrikes or you're going to kill your whole team. If they're not paying attention, and it happens. We die a lot. You watch the videos of it, and it's very humorous. They're very satirical about the whole political behind the doing everything for democracy and for freedom. It's really fun, very surprisingly so. It's not like super complex. It's really easy to get into, and I think it's worth $40. I mean, it's only $40, so it's not even a full price game.
Okay.
Unless you have an Xbox and you can't play it.
Yeah.
It's Sony Studio.
I'll let you give us the reports on that. All right.
And what do you guys think about? What do you guys think about them thinking about raising the price of games to like $100? That'll be the end of my game.
Have fun with that. I'm done. I got enough free shit here already downloaded.
Yeah,
I ain't playing these.
Black Friday.
$100.
That's between my son and them because I ain't paying for shit.
That's gas money for a month.
Right. I've been gaming for over 40 years. That'll be the end of my career.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm almost done now. I haven't had to play the game, like I say, really 2 years. I'm done. I'm not excited about anything right now. Even the games I got, I'm not excited for. I just don't care.
Yeah, $70 is the peak. It can't get any higher than that.
No, it can't. And I've actually thought about that. It's like, how how long are you going to be playing games? Like, are you going to be playing with your grandchildren? You think you'll be playing that long? Or?
I planned on it. I planned on playing until, I have a theory that it'll help keep away dementia, but
Well,
keep your brain active.
That's real, man. Like gaming, like helps with problem solving and all this other stuff. Like I want my kids to play some games, not like not see any sunlight or anything, but figure that out.
Figure that puzzle out. You can get it.
Yeah. So, like, I'm all for gaming. It'll probably be when I can't do PvP anymore. I'm moving too slow. I can't get headshots anymore. Stuff like that. Like I gotta hang it up.
I was a little upset because I went into Destiny today actually to look at the store for those Mass Effect skins, and so they're selling each one for $20.
Yeah, see, that's why I stopped playing.
It seems a little steep.
Like
I wasn't expecting it to be that expensive.
Yeah, you gotta buy it. It's just, I'm talking to Jay right now. He always trying to slam Destiny.
Yeah, but their whole thing is their whole business model is just to nickel and dime the shit out of you. It's just real.
Are they the only ones though?
They're the worst though. They're the worst.
Are they the only ones?
They're the worst. Though.
No, that's EA, my friend. That's EA, my friend.
Nah, I think they might be worse than EA.
Any of their sports games.
You what?
The sports games might be worse just because they charge them $70 every year for a new game.
Well, no, I'm talking about some of those action games that EA has. Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's just.
So you love Destiny though.
No, see, don't get that confused. Like sometimes they piss me off. They do. I guess I've just accepted it. So maybe you're right. It's just like whatever.
Because I was mad. It's like I bought the battle pass or whatever the pass for the season was. I was like, all right, good. I'm good. Let's go play. Mm-hmm. Okay, you need another $10 to enter this dungeon. You need $10 to get this key. You need to. I was like, what? I was like, y'all are tripping.
See, but like, we can go round and round. Like it's shooters, especially. It's always like that. It's like that everywhere.
They're right up there with Blizzard and Diablo 4 because they're charging like $30 for horse armor and some in-game currency, and the armor sets are all like about $20 a piece too.
See, I don't mind the cosmetic stuff. Charge what you want for the cosmetics, but it's when you're charging you're putting a paywall up for content.
Oh, yeah.
That's what gets me. Like you could charge $100 for a piece of armor. Somebody's gonna buy it. More power to them. But when you're saying I can't get into a raid without paying $10, like, huh? That's crazy. Oh, it's madness, I tell you. Madness.
You might be right, man. Destiny's the only game I've ever played like that where, you're paying every year for, to continue the game. Like, I think playing Red Dead Redemption recently, I could pause the game, I can walk away, and, it's like, oh, this is good. Like, not being online all the time. So, it's, it's hard for me to jump into another game like Destiny, like online and stuff. It's just because it's never really been my thing. And, I'd rather play offline. I'd rather play like, what's the game thing? The Last of Us, games like that, Red Dead, GTA, games where I can just move at my own pace. And, I don't even buy fight games anymore because if I go online, I'm going to get my ass beat. Somebody hit me with some 100-hit air juggle combo, and I'm going to turn the shit right off. I'm like, this is why I don't go on.
You have to buy half the roster, or if you're playing Mortal Kombat, you have to buy the fatalities.
Is that a thing now?
Yeah, they sell fatalities.
What?
They sell fatalities?
Wow.
Really?
What?
Yep.
Wow. See, that's Destiny. That's definitely Destiny level shade right there.
Man, that's above Destiny. That's like you're a guardian, but you don't have any supers. You can't use your powers. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. Damn.
They got people buying fatalities. That's
so what
crazy.
do you do if you don't have a fatality? Like you just...
Well, you have your standard set. I'm just saying that there's other ones that you can buy.
Oh. Still, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, man. See, it's all over, man. It's all over. They can't escape it, man.
And then you have what's it called? What was the last game that everybody loved that just came out? It was complete, no microtransactions.
What game you
What
talking
was it?
about?
The RPG that just came out last year. When all the
Baldur's Gate?
Game of the Year. Yeah, Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
Was it
Gate.
Baldur's Gate? Yeah.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
3, yeah.
Came out no microtransactions, no, it came
Like
out. It was just a full complete game.
Like good games exist, like like the old. I'm gonna say old fashioned, but you know what I mean. Like you get the whole game. You ain't gotta buy nothing else. No cosmetic. Any cosmetics you find, like you found them or you earned them. They still out there, but they only come around like how many times a year? Like we're still waiting for GTA 6. And how long has GTA 5 been out?
Wow.
Yeah. Now you want to talk about a game making money? GTA 5, the online. Now I played that with Olivia, and they change up content every month. So where like to compare it to Destiny, you have a season of like 3 or 4, like it's 4 months. Like GTA 5 every month is something different. So they'll celebrate the 4th of July, then there'll be something Halloween, and it'll be new shit for people to buy. Like they got credit cards that you can just buy, and like that's why they ain't made another one, because they making so much money from that one. People buying apartments and boats and helicopter. They buying clothes. They buying everything. Guns. They just living out their outlaw lives on GTA 5, and right when it gets stale, the month turns over and it's new shit. They do it every month. Like that's like GTA 6. Like, why do you need that? Just play GTA 5. Let's get on that. That thing has been on 3 different platforms, I think. 3 generations.
Has it been that long?
Yes. It was on PS3, 4, and 5. How?
How, Sway?
Yeah, how? Money, that's how.
Because people keep buying it.
Yeah, like have you been on
buying it? They wouldn't be doing that shit.
Have you played GTA 5 online?
I haven't played.
I stopped playing after 4. I was annoyed at cousin bothering the shit out of me every time I try to do something.
Oh, see, I liked 4. I stopped. I didn't finish 5 because I was in my apartment and my kids were walking in. They walked in on me torturing someone, and I couldn't play it anymore. Like there's some wild shit going on in GTA, and I won't say her name on it. I had a coworker. She bought her son was like 5 or 6, and she's like, Quincy, you think I should buy this for? I'm like, for who? For who? And like on my son, and I'm like, no. She's like, what? He plays it at his friend's house, like he shouldn't be. Like shit in there that has me.
Rating?
Man, these parents don't be caring. Like they listen to their kids.
I remember when I was still in college, and it wasn't GameStop yet. It was still like Software Etc. and Electronics Boutique and all them. I used to work at the Software Etc. in the Gallery Mall, and I was helping some customer, and she was her son was right there, and he was like 6 or 7. It was when GTA was just came out of the isometric view, and it was like in full 3D. Like it was that era.
Number 3, yeah,
yeah. And he was like, "Mom, this is the game I want." And I looked at her, and I said, "Do you really want to buy him that?" And she was like, "Yeah, he worked hard, he earned it." I'm like, "This game is really bad." And he was looking at me. He was shooting daggers at me with his eyes.
Shut up,
like,
motherfucker!
I was like, "I don't want this coming back on us if you buy this little dude this game, because this game is wild." And she was like, "No, he earned it." And I was like, "All right."
You want to know what's crazy? Each game escalates. Like
it gets wilder and wilder.
On 5, I know you can get prostitutes. You take them to the car. You can do whatever.
Right.
It's a strip club. On San Andreas, I remember beating a dude with a dildo. Like I killed him with it. It's like it's just crazy shit all in the game. It's crazy.
Everybody ones up each other. I stopped playing Grand Theft Auto to play Saints Row, and Saints Row decided to one up that by making a baseball bat, an entire baseball bat dildo.
I remember Saints Row. Well, like just GTA is wild. I can't even remember half of the bad stuff, man. Like I remember San Andreas when you were trying to kill. Like, what, was the guy gay? I think the guy was gay, and he wanted you to kill his homosexual lover. It was just like he's like,
Is that the Ballad of Gay Tony?
I remember that. That was good. But this was San Andreas, and the guy was like, "This tape can't get out. You got to kill him." I was like, "Okay." It's just like, what are we doing here? And you're gonna get us to a 6-year-old, huh? So, GTA, not for the faint at heart, man. Not at all. Not at all. All right, we got it all out of our systems here. It was a good break. We had a lot to talk about this week, guys. Want to work hard to get this out ASAP. Anything else, guys, before we sign off here?
That's nothing.
All right. Sounds good. Well, Multiverse audience, we are going to get out of here. It's February 23rd, Friday night. We're going to get this out ASAP, and we'll talk to you next time.
Good night.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.